The 10-year question. Can you really stop working in just 10 years? Not by inheriting money, not by winning the lottery, but by building a system that earns faster than you can spend. Most people hear early retirement and immediately tune out. It sounds unrealistic, maybe even arrogant, but the truth is, the math has always worked. What's missing isn't opportunity, it's understanding. If you earn a regular paycheck, the clock has already started. Every dollar you save is an employee that can work for you 24 hours a day without ever asking for a raise or taking time off. The problem? Most people fire those employees too early. They pull money out, spend it on upgrades, or never give it enough time to grow into something self-sustaining. Because here's the truth. Retiring in 10 years isn't about being rich. It's about building a machine that replaces you. If your job ended tomorrow, how long would your savings last? A few months? Maybe a year? Now imagine your assets. Investments, rental income, dividends, paying every one of your bills without you lifting a finger. That's retirement. That's freedom. The 10-year goal becomes possible when you understand one thing. Compounding isn't slow. You are just early. Those early years feel invisible, but they are the foundation for exponential growth. Stop seeing retirement as an age. Start seeing it as a formula, a countdown clock, where each doubling of your money brings you closer to independence. Why most people fail and the psychology of the slow phase. Most people never make it past the first few years of building wealth, not because the math doesn't work, but because their patience runs out before compounding starts working. In the beginning, every bit of progress relies on you. Every dollar you save comes from your effort, your hours, your discipline. You skip dinners out, drive the same car, and pass on short-term pleasures. Yet your account balance barely moves. You check your portfolio and see only a few $1,000s. It feels meaningless, and that's where most people quit, thinking the system is broken when it's really just loading. Think of it like pushing a flywheel. At first, it barely moves no matter how hard you push, but eventually, it catches momentum. And once it spins, it keeps going with minimal effort. Wealth works the same way. Let's make this real with Sarah's story. At 28, Sarah set a challenge. Retire by 40. She earned $3,500 a month and committed to saving $500 every month, around 15% of her income. No inheritance, no big salary, just consistency. For 3 years, she stayed disciplined. She avoided lifestyle creep, lived simply, and kept saving. At the end of year 3, she checked her balance, $19,400. It looked like a failure. 3 years of sacrifice for what felt like pocket change. That's the exact moment when 90% of people give up, but that small amount wasn't failure. It was the foundation. It was the base that compounding needed to finally start working. By year 5, her portfolio was $35,000. By year 7, $50,000. By year 9, $75,000. By year 10, it had crossed $100,000. Her first $20,000 took 3 years. Her next $80,000, it happened almost automatically. She wasn't earning more or saving harder. The system had taken over. Her money was now earning its own money. That's the invisible tipping point, when compounding outpaces contribution. And that's why the slow years are the price of admission for freedom. Quit early and you never cross the bridge. Stay patient and your money starts walking for you. If you're serious about crossing that bridge, take 5 seconds right now, hit like, and drop a comment with your age or how long you've been investing. That's your marker, your starting line. Now let's move to the next part, how to measure exactly where you are on that path. The rule of 72, your early retirement clock. Once your foundation is set, the next step is measurement. How close are you to that compounding tipping point? That's where the rule of 72 comes in. It's a simple formula that turns growth into a predictable clock. You take 72, divide it by your average annual return, and the result tells you how many years it takes for your money to double. If your investments earn 10% per year, 72 divided by 10 equals 7.2 years. That means your money doubles roughly every 7 years. Let's put that into perspective. Start with $50,000. After one cycle, it's $100,000. Another 7 years, $200,000, then $400,000, then $800,000. 4 cycles. That's $1 million in under 30 years. But if you miss even one cycle by waiting too long to start, you've added nearly a decade to your timeline. You can't recover that time. That's why the goal isn't perfection, it's participation. Every year you're invested means another slice of time working for you. The rule of 72 makes compounding visual. It's your personal countdown clock. Each doubling brings you closer to replacing your income entirely. But here's the catch. If your contributions are too small, the clock ticks too slowly. To retire in 10 years instead of 30, you need to fuel your system harder. That's where the two-part wealth accelerator comes in: offense and defense. The two-part strategy: offense and defense. If the rule of 72 shows how fast your money doubles, offense and defense decide how much you have to double. Offense is about growing income. Defense is about controlling lifestyle. Together, they decide how fast your financial engine runs. Let's start with offense. Say you earn $4,000 a month and save 10%. That's $400. After a decade with average growth, you might reach around $77,000. Not bad, but not freedom. Now increase your income to $6,000 a month while keeping the same savings rate. That's $600 monthly, 50% more fuel without changing your habits. Push it further. If you earn $10,000 a month and still save 10%, you're investing $1,000 monthly. After 10 years, that's around $193,000. Same effort, same time. Triple the outcome. That's the power of offense: learning higher value skills, creating extra income streams, and multiplying your earning capacity. But offense means nothing if you lose control of defense. Defense is how you keep what you earn. The rule: when your income rises, your lifestyle stays flat. If you once lived on $3,600, you keep living on $3,600, even when your paycheck doubles. That difference becomes your investment fuel. Person A earns $4,000 a month and saves 10%. After 10 years, $77,000. Person B earns $10,000, but keeps expenses at $3,600. After 10 years, $193,000. Same markets, same time, different mindset. Defense is discipline. It's avoiding lifestyle inflation, the silent killer of compounding. So here's your challenge. For the next 12 months, every raise or bonus goes straight into investments. Don't let it hit your spending account. Automate it. Each dollar you earn is a worker. Your job is to assign every one of them to permanent work inside your system. Once invested, they never sleep, never quit, and never stop compounding. Offense builds the machine. Defense keeps it running. Together, they make wealth inevitable. Now let's look at how to structure that wealth into a self-sustaining system, one that runs whether the market rises or falls. The three-layer system: building the machine that works for you. This is where everything comes together. Structure: a system that grows, earns, and protects itself. It's called the three-layer system. It has three parts. 1. Growth assets. These are to build wealth. 2. Income producers to sustain wealth. 3. Stability assets to protect wealth. 1. Growth assets, the engine. This is where compounding does its best work. Broad index funds, growth stocks, and dividend-paying companies. They drive appreciation and long-term wealth creation. Without this layer, inflation quietly eats your savings. With it, you multiply purchasing power over time. Yes, markets fluctuate, but over a decade, this is the layer that carries you upward. 2. Income producers, the fuel system. These assets keep your system running even during volatility. Think real estate investment trusts, dividend stocks, or rental properties. They provide steady income that can either fund your lifestyle or be reinvested for faster growth. When the market drops, these income flows let you avoid panic selling your growth assets. They keep the engine alive. 3. Stability assets, the brakes and balance. This layer prevents disaster. Treasury bonds, high-yield savings, and small positions in gold or cash equivalents. You won't get rich here, but you'll stay liquid, protected, and calm. When markets crash, this layer buys you time to think clearly instead of reacting emotionally. Bonus layer: currency diversification. Depending entirely on one country or currency can be risky. Holding a small percentage of assets internationally in euros, pounds, or Swiss francs shields you from domestic shocks. This isn't about chasing extra returns, it's about survival. When combined, these three layers create a machine that can endure for decades. Growth builds, income sustains, stability protects. And even after you reach independence, keep the cycle alive by reinvesting 10 to 20% of your passive income. That small act keeps your system compounding forever. The execution plan: Now comes the action plan, the part that separates those who dream from those who do. Step 1. Start immediately. You'll never find the perfect time. Every delay costs you a compounding cycle you'll never recover. Start today. Even if it's $200 a month, you're not timing the market, you're owning time in the market. Step 2. Grow income, not expenses. Every new dollar you earn should accelerate freedom, not lifestyle. Raises, side gigs, new clients. They're not permission to spend more, they're permission to retire sooner. Step 3. Build the 3-layer portfolio. Growth for wealth, income for sustainability, stability for peace of mind. Adjust the balance as you progress. Heavy on growth early, heavier on income later. Step 4. Reinvest even after you're free. Once your portfolio covers your expenses, reinvest a small slice, 10 to 20%. It keeps your wealth alive indefinitely. Step 5. Track progress like a scientist. Use the rule of 72 as your timeline. Each doubling cycle is a measurable milestone toward independence. Stick to the system, and your wealth curve bends upward, slowly at first, then suddenly. So before this video ends, grab a piece of paper. Write down one number. How much can you invest every month? That number isn't just money. It's your countdown clock to freedom. Then, take 5 seconds to like this video and drop a comment with your target retirement age or monthly goal. That single habit, taking action and tracking progress, is how every 10-year retirement plan begins.